Good morning, and thank you for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. Last Wednesday evening, I had the pleasure of watching my favorite award show, the ESPYs, the ESPN Awards to the greatest athletes. As I watched this show and the camera scanned the arena, I looked at hundreds of amazing athletes within that arena. And it got me thinking, is there a lot more behind what we see in those athletes that's not displayed on that stage? As the night began and they awarded Coach of the Year to this gentleman, Jim Calhoun, 77 years old, that dedicated 50 years of his life to coaching young men to be their greatest. Also, a four-time cancer survivor at the age of 77, still coaching. He had the courage to be the person he needed to be throughout his life, to have these young men see who they needed to be the best they can, both in athletics, sports, and as young men. And I started thinking, how many people has this man impacted to be their best through his life? Wow, what an amazing individual. And then the next person that stepped up on stage and received the Pat Tillman Award for Courage, a young lady, Kirstie Ennis, at the age of 17 years old, fulfilled her dream of becoming a Marine. Only for 2 years later, unfortunately, as a gunner pilot in a helicopter, her helicopter crashed, of which she sustained a major injury, a broken jaw, and she lost one of her legs. Devastated, she fought through a year of rehabilitation of both mental and physical and all the surgeries. Only for a year later, on her 1-year anniversary of the accident, she wanted to quit, give up, throw in a towel, and commit suicide. Only from the tough love of her father did he wake her up and have her recognize that she was the lucky one to come back alive. And in that moment, she made a commitment in her life to live on, not for herself, but for the others, the young men and women that were unable to make the choice to come back alive from their service. And she also thought about the young girls and boys that also have maybe lost some limbs, that were looking to her for strength and guidance so they can see the possibilities in themselves through her. So she dedicated her life to live for others. She also wanted to raise money for veterans. So she decided to scale 7 of the tallest mountains in each of the continents of the world, of which she already checked off 4 of those mountains. Kirstie made a decision to live on day by day, not for her, but as an example for all others to see what the possibilities are when you don't give up. And then last, a young man named Rob Mendez, born no arms, no legs. He lived a dream of wanting to be a football coach. Years went by and he was rejected again and again and again. To one morning he lied in bed and decided to quit, to give up, that his dream was not going to be fulfilled. And again, from the tough love from a parent, his father made him see that it was not him. It was others, what they saw in him. And what was most important was what not people believed in you, it was whether you believed in yourself. Rob Mendez became a coach, a high school coach for a program, and is delivering success to those young men and women that he coaches. When he received the Jimmy Valvano Award for Perseverance, you would look at a man and all you would see is passion and love for the game of football and for the love of coaching young men and women to be their best. Once again, truly inspired. I am sure he is going to go on to fulfill his dreams and be a collegiate coach on to be an NFL coach. And as that camera once again scanned the arena, and I looked at all these amazing athletes, I thought of what's behind that. How many hours of sacrifice was made, compounded in that room of all the years of the journey of all those people? The sacrifice of the athletes themselves, getting up and persevering when their friends were having fun. The sacrifice and commitment of their parents and mentors that guided them through the process. The faith, the belief, the courage to do what is necessary to achieve their dreams. I thought of how many times, how many people in that audience may have thought about giving up, but never did. Once again, I was inspired. And those were the things that were not on display in that arena. And finally, Dwayne Wade stepped up on stage, humble, grateful, and proud, and talked about the fact that he is grateful to God for his gifts in athletics. But he also realized that sports became a platform for him to stand upon to give himself to others, to help others achieve more, and to be there when in need. And he challenged everybody listening to step up and show up and be more in themselves for the community. And I believe a lot of people on that stage that day accepted that challenge. So I'm here to ask you and challenge you today, Monday morning, July 15th, to really look at what greatness truly is. Greatness is what you don't see. Greatness is what you do when no one else is looking. It's the things you do each and every day to become your best. So I challenge you to step up, show up, inspire yourself. Drink every minute of this day full. Be your best. Inspire others. Because even though you and I may not be at the ESPYs and may not be up on stage, people are always watching. I want to thank you as always for joining me, Coach Michael, on your Monday morning. I hope this has been valuable. Go out there, be great, and I'll see you next Monday. Thank you.